let's talk about unit rate. Find the unit rate of the problems below. $306 in 60 gallons. So we're going to set up the first proportion to say $306 over 60 gallons. Trying to find the unit rate, remember you want the denominator to be 1. So you want to find how much money it is for 1 gallon. Cross multiply. 306 times 1 is 306. 60 times x is 60x. You have a one-step equation. You want to divide each side by 60 because that is the inverse operation of multiplication. So x will equal $5.10 for 1 gallon. For 72 apples for 12 people, I'm going to find 72 apples for 12 people. So you want to find how many apples there are for every one person. 72 times 1 is 72. 12 times x is 12x. It's a one-step equation. You have 12 times x. The inverse operation is division. So divide each side by 12 to get 6. So your final answer, you have 6 apples per person. If a gear revolver revolved 960 times in 30 minutes, how many revolutions happened in 1 minute? Set up your first proportion, 960 times in 30 minutes. How many times did it revolve every 1 minute? You always want to make sure that you have the same unit on each portion of the fraction. For instance, this is how many times it went around, this is how many times it went around. And then in the denominators you have minutes. Cross multiply, 960 times 1 is 960. 30 times x is 30x. One-step equation. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. So you want to divide each side by 30 to get x equals 32. So the gear will revolve 32 times every minute. Pause the video and try the 3 on the right. Check your answers with the ones written below. Now let's look at these two stores and figure out which one offers the best price. In order to do this, you want to create the unit rate for each one. For example, in store A, you have 84 ounces of liquid detergent for $10.64. You always want to make sure that you have the money in the numerator, because you're taking that money and dividing it 84 times and 84 pieces. So how much money would it be for 1 ounce? So cross multiply. Divide each side by 84. And for store A, it would cost 13 cents for every 1 ounce. For store B, it's $5.89 for 48 ounces. So you want to find how much money it is for 1 ounce. So you cross multiply. And solve. Once you solve, store B has an outcome of $1.12. So which one has the better deal in this case would be store A. In the next problem, 900 square feet of lawn food for $11.99. Once again, the money goes in the numerator, divided by the 900 square feet, and you want to find how much money it is for 1 square foot. Once you cross multiply and solve, you get it is 1 cent for every 1 square foot of lawn. In store B, you have $25.99 for every 1,250 square feet of lawn. So you want to find out how much it is for every 1 square foot. Once you cross multiply and divide, you get that it is 2 cents per every square foot of lawn. So once again, store A is the better deal. Try the next two on your own. Pause the video and play when you're ready. Check your answers with the ones written below. Let's talk about percent proportion practice. On this page, round to the nearest tenth when necessary. Remember our formulas that we talked about for percent proportion. You have is over of equals percent over 100. So in this case, you have your percent, so that always goes over 100. So 40 over 100. And it says of 120. Of is going to be your whole. See, it says what number is. What number is. Is goes in the numerator. Once you cross multiply, you get 100x equals, and then 120 times 40 is 4,800. Divide by 100 on each side. So you get x equals 48. So 48 out of 120 equals 40% over 100. On number 3, what percent of 60 is 15? What percent? So you do not know the percent. That's going to be your x. Of 60 is 15. Of 60 is 15. Is your numerator, of is your denominator. Cross multiply. and then divide each side by 60 to get a final answer of 25. Remember, you're looking for a percent, so your final answer needs to be in percent form. On number 5, David is installing a device on his car that guaranteed to increase his gas mileage by 15%. He is currently getting 22 miles per gallon. How much gas mileage increase after installing this device? When setting up this problem, you know you have 15%. Percent always goes over 100. Then he currently gets 22 miles per gallon. Okay, so that is his current hole. You want to figure out what 15% of 22 is, because that will be how much it'll increase. So once you cross multiply, you get 100x equals 330. Divide each side by 100, and you get 3.3 miles per gallon increase. Try numbers 2, 4, and 7 after you pause the video. Check your answers with the ones written below.